What's good, y'all? Back again. Today I'm be talking about the brand new movie, Bohemian Rhapsody. That's that biopic about the lead singer of the band Queen, Freddie Mercury. He is played by Rami Malek in this movie. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Also in this movie making an appearance is Mike Myers. Couldn't really tell who he was with all the makeup, but yeah, it was cool to see he was in the movie. This movie is basically like a backstory of the time Freddie Mercury was in his early 20s, working at an airport, and he decided to go to this audition because he was a great singer. He used to write songs on his lunch break, things like that, and decided to go to this audition and try out to be the lead singer of the new band Queen. This movie was really safe. I'm not gonna lie. That's the one word I can come away with. Rami Malek probably deserves an Oscar nomination for his work in this movie. It was great the way he portrayed Freddie Mercury. I thought he did an awesome job. But the story itself was just a really safe story. If you were coming into this movie hoping to see something you didn't know about Freddie Mercury, maybe you got a couple instances of how songs were created, how certain beats, from some of their famous songs were created. They used a lot of different tools, instruments, seeds, water, dirt, whatever you can imagine. They took it into the studio and tried to make different sounds with it. But if you were expecting to see something that you didn't know, I think you're going to be let down in that area, because the story is pretty much about how their band sells their van to get some studio time to make their first record. And that record starts to go on the radio and starts to take off, and they start touring. Then they get popular in the US and they start touring in the US. And then people start getting big heads. Freddie Mercury did, and a couple of other band members as well. There's a lot of cat fights and all that kind of stuff. And then it takes you on a story of when Freddie Mercury and the band, they were all older and they had a little bit of a breakup. They went their different ways for a few years. I wish they would have got into more of that, about what they were doing during that separation time, but they really kind of just glanced over it. The intricacies of the band, far as like their chemistry was there, I felt like all the actors, they really represented the band well, I can say that. But as far as like his promiscuity, going to gay bars and things like that, they did have that in there, but they kind of glanced over it kind of in a way, because I guess you kind of know that about Freddie Mercury, so they didn't want to like be the dead horse, so to speak. So if you were going in there looking for some of that, I don't think you're going to get fulfilled like with any, wild celebrity cameos. They don't really get into his personal life all that much. Now, I do think they did a great job as far as recreating situations, scenarios, down to a T. Whoever was the set designer, costume designer, whoever did that work, they did an amazing job, because you couldn't tell in certain situations, am I watching actual footage from a concert, or am I watching the 2018, remake biopic of what happened? The Live Aid concert looked spectacular. A lot of their costumes that Freddie Mercury was wearing, it resembled the exact same thing that he had on, during the concert. So whoever was the costume and set designer, they need a fucking raise, because they did an amazing job. All in all, like I said, I feel like this was a safe movie. I don't feel like they really tried to paint Freddie Mercury in a bad light. They just basically told you what you knew about him. And we basically knew he was an amazing singer. He was bisexual and he caught AIDS, and then he died in 1991. And that's the story they give you. They don't really get too deep into it, but they just give you the basics of what you already know, and they wrap it up and tie it off in a cool little bow. And then they end the movie at the end of the Live Aid concert, the very famous concert he had on with the white tank top and the blue jeans. That's where they end it when they walk off the stage after that. All in all, I give this movie 7.5, 8 out of 10. I mean, it's not a bad movie. If you like a great biopic, if you like Queen, the band Queen, or Freddie Mercury, you're definitely gonna like this movie. And I do think Rami Malek is going to get nominated for an Oscar for Best Actor this year, because the work he did in this movie was spectacular. He imitated and what you want to call it, portrayed Freddie Mercury better than I think Sacha Baron Cohen could have done. Maybe Sacha could have done something good. I got to see some screen tests with him, but I believe that Rami Malek will definitely get an Oscar nod for this. Anyway, y'all, that's just my opinion. Let me know your opinion in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, y'all. So if you can help me out doing that, it's much appreciated. Anyway, other than that, I'll catch your ass out there in this universe. Peace.
It's an experience. Love, tragedy, joy is something that people will feel belongs to them.
This is ourselves.